Greetings, Poke fans! Michael here, and I am back with a brand new Pokemon Sun and Moon news trailer breakdown. This morning, we got some new Pokemon Sun and Moon news that I am incredibly hyped about. So in this video, I'm just going to be going through the information that we got and giving you my thoughts on it and some speculation for it. So, let's just dive right in. The first news that we got was official confirmation of the starter final evolutions. The leaks that we got months ago were legit. You can see them right here in this third column. They're real. And we got their typings and names and more information about them. So I am very happy to say that Rowlet's final evolution is real, which is super hypes me up because I love this thing. Decidui is its official name. It is, you know, the Archer, which I think is really cool. The green air owl. 5'3", and what really shocked and hyped me up is that it's grass and ghost type. When it was grass flying as Rowlet, I was like, okay, it's gonna be grass flying its entire evolution line. But it changes to ghost type, which I think is incredibly cool. It loses its immunity to ground, but that's not really a big deal because grass resists ground, and also it now has an immunity to normal, which it did not resist before, so that's really cool. Plus, now it's going to be able to learn, like, both grass and flying moves that it learned earlier, and I'm sure it's not going to stop learning flying moves, and ghost-type moves, including its new signature move called Spirit Shackle. The ghost-type move that it uses it and it traps the opponent in battle. We don't know for how long yet, but that is a really cool thing that it can do, because that can be like a big important thing in like competitive play. I mean, if it gets trapped, like if it's a water type Pokemon, you trap it, it's screwed. So that's really awesome, and it no longer has that 4 times weakness to ice, which I think is really cool. So I'm definitely picking Decidui. It's a wonderful, really awesome Pokemon. And then if we go back to Pokemon, Linton's evolution, Incineroar, Fire Dark type, which was said in the leak, but the leak did not specify that Rowlet was going to be Grass Ghost, so that's interesting. But it is Fire Dark type. It's not a fire fighting, so that makes it more acceptable. I still think it's a pretty cool Pokemon. It likes to fight, doesn't like to fight weak Pokemon. Something about, like, you know, it's motivated by crowds. Sometimes it gets too into it and attacks trainers, so people don't like it. So, but anyways. Darkest Lariat is its move, and it is a dark-type move that ignores the effects of stat changes. So if a Pokemon has, but only the opponent's stat changes, right? Let me see that. Okay, well, maybe not. It says ignoring the effects of any stat changes that the target might otherwise be affected by. So therefore, like, if Incineroar has its attack or special attack lowered, then it may or may not take into account. It's kind of hard to say. I'm not entirely sure, but definitely the opponent's defense or special defense. I don't really know whether it's a physical or special move. Oh, it is a physical move. Okay, so if its defense changes, then it definitely will not be affected by that. So, well, that's kind of interesting. I wonder if it's affected just by like both raises and drops. So if like their defense is down, then it doesn't affect it. Then that's kind of annoying. But if it's up, then it's great. But it may only neglect positive ones. I don't know. Anyways, the last one, last final evolution, Popplio's final evolution, Primarina, very pretty Pokemon. Water Fairy type, which was expected. It's a mermaid siren Pokemon, the soloist Pokemon. I think it's pretty cool. It hops around on its balloons and stuff like that. And its special move is interesting. Sparkling Aria is a water-type special move that only Primarina can learn, and it heals the burns of any target that it strikes. So, that seems like a move that would be not useful at all in single battles, but I can definitely see that being very useful in double battles if you use it on your partner Pokemon. So, it seems maybe kind of a too specific of a move. But even so, Water Fairy is still a really good typing. So Primarina is cool. In addition to that, we also got the 3 other Island Guardians in addition to Tapu Koko. This one, it's kind of goofy looking. Tapu Bulu. It's grass fairy. Creates grassy terrain automatically. Grassy surge. I think it's okay. I think it's kind of odd looking. Not a whole lot to say about that one. And then Tapu Lele, psychic, not fire, because I thought it was going to be electric, water, fire, grass because of the trial leaders. But apparently there's like 7 trial leaders. I can't remember where I heard that, but to me it just looks like a little girl on a pot. Not super into it. Psychic Surge, though, creates psychic terrain as a brand new thing. An ability that no Pokemon has previously had. Psychic Surge, the field will be turned into psychic terrain, boosting the power of any psychic type moves by Pokemon moves used by Pokemon on the ground, okay, and preventing them from being hit by priority moves. So they're really preventing priority a lot in this generation, probably because it was somewhat OP in 6th gen. And then Tapu Fini, which is my personal favorite of the newly revealed Guardians. Tapu Koko is still my favorite of all the Guardians, but Tapu Fini is my favorite of the new ones. Water Fairy, but its ability is Misty Surge, which in fact does not cause a surge of the Water-type Gym Leader. It causes Misty Terrain to be activated, so it's the only one whose automatic Terrain thing is not its primary type, it's its secondary type of Fairy. So, Tapu Fini is probably the most useful one when paired with the other Guardians. So that's interesting. I think it's cool. It's like a princess inside a fish mouth. That's all I have to say about that. And then lastly, the new Pokemon we got was Cosmog. Psychic type Pokemon, Nebula Pokemon. Very rare, only known to a select few. Apparently they the Aether Foundation like just named it. So I think it's cute. I don't think it's incredibly awesome, but I think it's cute. It's very, very light, only 0.2 pounds. Wow. Is that lighter than Ghastly? Is Ghastly the lightest Pokemon? Or is Castform? One of those Pokemon is the lightest. I can't remember. And then we got a Alolan Persian officially confirmed. We knew about this for a little while, because it showed up on like something. It's ugly. We know. The round face is dumb. Like this paragraph talks about it being just like a really pompous, like everybody respects it, but it only cares about itself. I don't like it at all. I think it's stupid, actually. But it seems like it could be good because Fur Coat and Technician are both very good abilities. So I guess it might be one of those Pokemon that's stupid looking, but yet is very prevalent in competitive battling because it has good abilities, though its stats might suck. We don't know yet. So those were the new Pokemon. Decidueye is definitely the one I'm the most excited about. But the really awesome thing that we got, it's in this menu. Look who's freaking back. The Battle Tree, where strong opponents await. It's like this giant tree house, like Swiss Family Robinson type thing, where you can like battle prevalent trainers from past generations. Like Red and Blue, they're back and they're adults and they look so cool. Like, I'm so into this. I'm so excited by this. This is amazing. They've grown up with us. Like, you can battle, Cynthia is one of the people you can battle, and after you beat them, you can like do multi-battles with them. They also showed Wally. Yeah, see, there's you teaming up with them. Wally, there you go. And teaming up with Wally, and yeah, that's the entire gallery. They also talk about the Pokemon League hasn't been founded yet, but they're working on constructing it. So it says, after the growth you achieve through completing the island challenge, will the day come when you also take on the Pokemon League to become the strongest Pokemon trainer. So maybe it's gonna be built in this game, or maybe it's foreshadowing like Sun and Moon 2, or like Pokemon Eclipse, or I don't know. Maybe like the Battle Frontier in the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire that they never put in, which I'm still annoyed about. But that's a side note. But yeah, so I'm super hyped about this. This like treehouse post-game thing looks really awesome. Also, one thing I just realized I forgot to mention, we got to see an exclusive Z move for the Island Guardians, where a giant like hand thing comes out of the ground, and then it attaches. The Guardian attaches itself and makes the head, and then it just like crushes the opponent. So that was cool. I am super hyped about this news. Definitely picking Rowlet. really awesome stuff we got to see. I keep getting more and more hyped. I thought the hype would wear off, but it's just like we're less than a month away. My mind is going nuts. Excited for this game. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't. It would mean a lot. I am going to be back tomorrow for a Pokemon Guy Let's Play, and then back on Saturday for a brand new top 10. So thank you guys so much for watching, and that is all I have for now. So until next time, Pokemon fans, gotta catch them all!
Everybody wants to get down.